Hey, Lauren, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Thank you.
We are recording again on Saturday, the 4th of April, and this is going out on Crypto Rich and Crypto Rich BTC. If anybody's wondering where I am, go over to Rich Does Politics on YouTube because I post 2 videos a day there on politics. And Lauren, you're an astrologer, we Western astrologer, and people can find out and have a reading by her. I've had readings by her, and they're uncannily accurate. We've just done a video on King Charles, Keir Starmer, and what's coming up the next couple of months in the UK. Now, what's coming up in the Middle East in the next couple of months?
So this is Israel. This is April 25th, and this is a big deal. And I've been mentioning it for a bit of time now, but this is when Uranus moves into Gemini. Gemini for Israel's chart is in the ninth house. Uranus in Gemini has
So,
been
so Uranus is sudden changes.
sudden changes, shocking events. Uranus in Gemini has been
And
present with many wars and conflicts.
okay, and what's Gemini? Like,
Gemini is, well, it has to do with communication, writing, traveling, short-term traveling. But with Uranus in Gemini, it, like the combination creates this fighting, conflict of words, sudden sharing, because Gemini's communication, the words, the conflict of words turning into sudden action.
right.
Now,
Okay. So,
yep.
just to explain, because I did a longer explanation in the UK video, but what we're talking about, Uranus has a particular vibrational energy.
Yes.
And Gemini has a particular vibrational energy, and when the two are together, like Uranus is in the sign of Gemini, then there's a different synergy that comes about,
Mhm.
synergistic energy, and they're both in the ninth house. And what does the ninth house govern?
Ninth house governs the philosophies, the beliefs, also foreign. It could be foreign for a chart for a country. It could be foreign allies, foreign travel, traveling for a person. So for Israel, it's showing that there is challenges with foreign people, foreign countries, other foreign countries.
Oh, like like a hostile neighbor, perhaps with a different philosophy.
Yes.
Two hostile neighbors
Yeah.
with different philosophies. Hmm.
And well, that's, you know what, that exactly the ninth house, the philosophies, having the strong belief in your philosophy. And that could, you could have anything in not moderation where you feel your belief is so strong that you want to force your belief onto others. That could be a
Right.
signature of this. There's been conflict in the Middle East, still conflict in the Middle East with Israel, Iran, United States. I see this with Uranus moving into Gemini as further conflict, heightened conflict. Now, I know there was, I don't know, peace talks or negotiate, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. Other countries were coming together to try to bring the countries together for peace talks and
Mhm.
a ceasefire of some sort. I see that the things are going to still continue on through April. Perhaps it won't be as broadcasted on the news. Perhaps there's changes in how it's broadcasted to everybody. But I do see this that the stress is heightening again, especially with Uranus entering into Gemini. For Israel, it's the ninth house having heightened conflict, heightened tensions within of their beliefs, trying to push their beliefs onto others, forcing the beliefs.
Mhm.
Now, this is Pluto will also be opposite the natal moon in Aquarius. Fifth house, 11th house, allies, tensions with the allies. United States came into this war with Israel, but I believe that there was some miscommunication about some things between Israel and the United States.
Mhm.
So that something like that could be heightening, or or Israel could be having tensions with other countries, other allies. They could be going in and going ahead with certain tactics or attacks, and it's bothering the allies. It's frustrating them because they're just going and doing these things. They're taking all these gambles, and but it's ruffling the feathers of the allies. I do see the
Right.
tension as increasing. That's what I do see. Saturn, Neptune in the seventh house. Mars is there in Aries. Mercury is there. Chiron is there. Seventh house, partnerships, tensions, fighting, arguments back and forth. I do see the tensions not dying down right now.
Mm,
Yeah, that's what I do see. This is for Israel. But in general, with Uranus moving into Aries, I feel that the tensions, we'll see like this spike. Happens April 25th. We're in April right now. It's April the 4th. I would say as the weeks go on, we could see maybe like slow progression, but by like the week before the 25th, we could start to see this heightened emotions, heightened tensions, heightened fighting occurring, not just Israel, but United States, Iran, and yeah, that's what I do see. And
okay.
it could be
'Cause-
other tensions with other countries also starting.
right, because you have this on April the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 25th,
Mhm.
26th, 27th, 20th. I know there's a period in April where there's like seven planets in Aries or something ridiculous.
Yes, that is the 14th, I believe it starts. I believe it's when Mercury enters into Aries. So
Right.
from then through this new moon, I believe even through the full moon, there'll be all those seven planets. And I feel that that's tension, that's aggression, it's Mercury, fighting words, Mars, that's the planet of war.
War.
Saturn, it's it's the restrictions, the military. Neptune is you could say the invisible warfare, but I did research on when wars start. This was just for the United States, but I did research on when wars start, what planets, where were they, what was going on, and Neptune seemed to have the hugest influence. And I went from the Civil War all the way up to now. And Neptune was always had this part in it. So Neptune, it's like the fantasy, the illusion that is being believed by whatever country is so strong that they want to fight for it. They'll give their lives for it, taking it very literally.
Wow.
So I do feel that we're still having that Saturn Neptune energy with all the planets there. It's like reactivating the Saturn Neptune because this war did start on the 28th. Saturn and Neptune were conjunct on February the 20th. So it happened right within, a few days of each other that we had this major conflict starting. So with these planets moving into Aries, the aggression, Uranus, when all those planets are in Aries, Uranus will move into Gemini. So it's like this double double action time. And I feel that there's going to be heightened aggression occurring.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then I think it'd be useful then to look at Iran's chart and see how that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Iran. This is also on the 25th. This is the 26th because Iran is a few hours ahead. So in Iran's chart, Gemini is the 10th house. I don't know if I don't know if it's being blocked by this bar up here. Okay,
No?
there we go. Okay, so it's in the ninth house, it's in the 10th house. Excuse me, that's the top of their chart. Their midhaven is there.
And what does the 10th house
10th
represent?
house. Okay, so in a person's chart, it's your career, your life's direction, what your impact is on the world, what you're known for. For a country, it's how the world sees it, how they are perceived by the world, the impact that they make on the world, the country itself.
Hmm.
It's the topmost, most exposed part of the chart. So it's being impacted. The how the country runs, how how it's impacting also its people. What is it doing to its people, and how is that being broadcasted to the world? How is it affecting the rest of the world? With Uranus here, it's like it's exposing something. Now, this could be showing that um, heightened aggression, heightened fighting for the country, showing sudden radical shifts within the country, or that the country itself is taking a new direction. Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Mars, all these in Aries are in the 8th house. That's dark, that's deep. It could be finances, transforming the finances, transforming the military, the finances of the military. I don't think it's that so much. I think it's the finances, the resources, fighting over the resources, anger, aggression, military action. And we can see that the Strait of Hormuz. That's, I don't want to say that's the basis of the war, but that is something that is a big part of it, getting it open.
Mhm.
And them in Iran also making money from the Strait of Hormuz. So there's this action conflict with the resources of the land. With Uranus moving here into the 10th house, it's like the actions, aggressions, the revolution of a country could be like a revolution of a country, changing the country, radically shifting. And that could be the people, but it could also be the country making a radical shift in the world, in the space within other countries. How other countries see it is radically shifting, radically taking center stage. I do see this as aggression and fighting, though, as well. I do feel that this could be the people fighting for their country, taking a revolution to the rest of the world instead of within the country. Not to say that that's not going to happen, that couldn't happen, but I feel like the country is having this revolution with all these other countries, as if Iran was a person. They're the ones that are having the revolution with all the other countries, like in the world.
Like fighting with the other countries.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Like
Well,
if
I
Iran was
suppose
a
it's
yeah, if there was a
what we're told
person.
we're going on because they're attacking Iran, they're attacking
Hmm.
US assets in the Middle East, attacking other Gulf nations.
Hmm. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's like I said, if the United States was a person, UK, all these countries were people. Like they are the person who is fighting radically. Yeah, like they're the ones starting a revolution. The country as a whole itself, changing its direction. And the 8th house fighting over the resources. They could be also coming into more resources, finances also. Yeah, it's South Node is here in the first house as well, having just a transformation in general of the country. They're going through a lot, obviously. A lot of the Middle East is, but with Uranus and Gemini, all of the Middle East, I feel like it's going to be a not like in February 28th, where there was this all of a sudden all this action and conflict was going on. I feel like it's going to be like something similar, not exactly the same, something similar where there's this all of a sudden this all this news information that fighting is going on, something to that extent with the countries, something being wakened up, I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when are we going to have peace?
It'll come. Uh, this year, last year, many planets changed signs. This year, they're also changing signs, but I feel like they're getting settled. So it's like this, we're still in like this period of transition and change. And when Uranus goes into Gemini, because Neptune is in Aries now, so that's done. It's there, it's getting settled in. Uranus moving into Gemini. When a planet changes a sign, there's this commotion, there's this chaos, and then it gets settled into place. Jupiter will go into Leo. North Node is going to go into Aquarius. So there's all these changes that are still happening. And then once the planets get situated in their new location, it's like then things will settle down. But also
Okay.
in July, there is this there's a excuse me, configuration happening with the outer planets that is really positive. So it could be a signal of coming, maybe peace, maybe people coming together. Yeah.
Okay, because Jupiter is a benefic, like has a
Mm-hmm.
positive influence on us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Moving into Leo, Leo's all about leadership and being seen.
Yep. Leadership being seen, leading from the heart.
And
People
when
can
does
be,
Jupiter move into Leo?
it's at the end of, it's either at the very end of July or the very beginning of August.
Right.
Because the North Node will move into Aquarius around the same time that that happens. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to show us that's relevant to this?
No, I think that was it actually, because I
Okay.
think those are the two that are really in focus over
So it
there.
looks like a rather turbulent April. Great.
Yeah,
So thanks,
especially
Lauren.
with all the Mars energy.
Yeah.
Yes, hold on to your hat.
And now
But
you
mhm,
do a lot of mundane astrology on your channel, which is mundane is like looking at global issues, not
mhm,
personal stuff, although
right,
you're
yeah.
available for personal readings as
Yes, I
well.
am. Yes, I
Yep.
am.
So if people want to keep up to date with what's happening in the at the mundane level, the global level, political level, go check out Lauren's channel. I have the links in the description below. And if you want to find out where I am, Rich Does Politics on YouTube, where I post 2 videos a day doing political analysis. All your favorites, Tom Luongo, Susan Kokinda, Alex Trainer, and many more. Rich Does Politics. This is Rich and Lauren signing out. All the best. Bye bye.
Thank you.